The Iowa caucus less than 2 weeks away, and there are a few changes you may need to be aware of. WGEM's Don Dwyer reports.
We have to win in Iowa.
That was candidate Donald Trump back in 2016 before the caucus. Now on February 3rd, 2020, the tradition continues in Lee County. Republicans and Democrats will meet at local precincts to vote on who they believe should be the president of the United States. But there are some changes. Democrats will want this year to be more transparent. Raw vote totals as well as the final delegate numbers will be counted, so the outcome could be a little different.
The first vote that's taken, whoever you choose on the first round, those numbers will be reported. So even if a candidate ends up with no delegates, the public will know how many people actually supported that candidate.
As for the Republican caucus, participants simply cast a vote of support.
Had to read it twice. Rubio.
The caucus is more than just the poll that we do for our presidential candidate. It has to do a lot with the internal workings of the Lee County Party and also with starting the national platforms.
One of the big changes for Democrats is satellite caucusing. It's going to be happening in Keokuk behind me at the Keokuk Labor Temple on 3rd and Blondeau, and it'll start at 1 o'clock, hours before the regular caucus, to try to promote more people about getting involved in the process.
These will be even quicker because delegates aren't assigned at these caucuses. They'll be assigned later, so people can come in, have a shorter caucus.
By the way, those satellite caucuses are in 96 locations across the country and the world, in Scotland, France, and the Republic of Georgia. And a reminder, you must be registered to vote in order to caucus. Now, if you're thinking of switching parties, you can do that at your local precinct. Party chairs say get there early to avoid waiting in line.
In 2016, we were at West Point at that point in time at the West Point Legion, and we had hundreds of people. We filled the entire upper floor with people who wanted to have their say.
Remember, a caucus is not an election. It's a way for people to show their support for a candidate and tell the parties what issues are important. Don Dwyer, WGEM News.
If you want to look up your precinct, we have the full list on WGEM.com. A reminder, for complete caucus coverage, go to the Decision 2020 page, which has stories about all the candidates that have visited Lee County this year.